G'day everyone, I'm Ben and this is Counterfeit Christianity. Super glad to be here, feeling good. Just got back from the gym again. I'm feeling thankful today, feeling invigorated, energized, that sort of thing. I'm looking forward to whatever comes next. I don't exactly know what it is. Actually, I have no idea what it is, but I'm glad to be on the way. I'm glad to be on the way with our daddy. Check out the description below. I'm offering a few different things. I've got a website, I've got Discord chats. If you want to go in there, we'll have some fun conversations in the Discord chat. Like and subscribe. On my website, I'm offering group chats. I'm doing a few already, and I'm also offering one-on-one calls if you want to, so you have a little poke around there. And the things that we talk about in those groups is joy, what it means to get back to joy. We talk about relationship, heart-to-heart, authentic relationship and what that is. And we talk about being on the way with the Creator, with the living God, with our daddy. And we don't just talk about how to do it, we live that together. We have these life-giving conversations when we talk about things that are happening in our lives, and then we help each other out. There's no advice given. We don't give advice. Advice is really is a negative thing. I facilitate the groups by asking questions, and we dig in deep with some of the things that have happened, some things that happen to us in our lives. I received this in my life starting about a decade ago. I started training to be a facilitator, and I have been facilitating groups for around a decade now. And it's a really life-giving thing, and I believe that it's a great place to practice what it means to be joyful, and what it means to have relationship with our Creator, and what it means to be in authentic relationship with people around us. So that's why I think it's been the biggest life-changing thing that I've ever experienced in my life, and I just want to share that around a little bit. What is on my mind today, what I want to talk about a little bit, is every now and then I get a video that gets some thousands of views, and in those ones you get the really, really angry comments. I talk about what I'm thinking about. I'm trying to understand why. If I intentionally speak in a harsh way towards the Christian system and the people who have that slave mind inside of it, and if you've watched any more than one video or 1 second of a video, then you'll understand that the reason I can talk about that and understand it wholeheartedly is because that used to be me. I used to live inside of that cuck mind of Christians, that Christians have this indoctrinated regurgitation. I really like that. I asked God to give me a word or some words that really describe what it is. And this indoctrinated regurgitation is the way of everything in our world. That's what education is. When you say something different or outside of what you have been educated in, then you are considered a fool in our society, right? In every single aspect. Religion is the system. The system is religion. Our government systems, our education systems, our systems that we are forced to work into, and then Christianity, all the other religions are exactly the same thing, because you are educated and then you become indoctrinated regurgitators. I notice that in every part of our life. And then if you say something outside of that, even in the worldly systems, because Christianity and churches and religions are the worldly systems, they're no different. They tell you that you're different, but you're not. And in those systems, in all of those things, you are the exact same thing. You're an indoctrinated regurgitator. You are told what to think and told what to know. And then everybody outside who doesn't think or believe that, because when you're told what to think and told what to know, it actually takes a lot of faith, a lot of belief. Christians like to criticize atheists of that. Oh, it takes more faith to be an atheist than to not believe in God. And it's kind of true, but Christians fall into the same boat because they're told what to think and told what to know. They're given this book and saying, this is the rules for life. And even though all throughout it, there's massive contradictions. And the one that I'm going to talk to Dan about next is this idea of God in the Old Testament and God in the New Testament. What does that actually mean? So I don't believe that he was ever different, and I think that God in the Old Testament, actually I do have a few theories around possibly why he could have been angry, is because the people that he had to stop were actually not humans. They were actually the Nephilim, and those evil beings that were overtaking the world, and they've overtaken us now because of continuous choices. Like, all of our leadership are influenced and could possibly be the descendants or actual Nephilim, because governments are not of the living God. He hates governments, and our obsession with them proves that we're not with him. But yeah, our systems require us to be indoctrinated regurgitators, and if we don't do that, then we're considered stupid. They say you need more education, and that's the thing. The education didn't work on us. It didn't work because we can see with our eyes. We see with our eyes and say, that's different than what they're saying to us. Wondering why they get so angry. And I've talked a little bit about it in the past. I believe that Christians identify themselves as Christians. They don't find their identity in being in relationship with the living God, with our Creator. They find their identity in the book and the rules and regulations that they can very easily live by. It's so simple. You just get to do it, and you get to learn. Somebody tells you, and then you do it, instead of paying attention and thinking for yourself and having authentic relationship with our Creator. I think it's interesting, right? They get offended by me talking about Christianity because it's their identity. It massively offends them because they aren't free. Because once you're in a relationship on the way with our Creator, you become free. You don't get offended by things because you're not attached to it. It proves that their identity is not in the living God because they can't think about things in a way that stops them from being emotionally angered by it. I used to be that. I used to get really angered when people would say things about Christians or Christianity. I used to be it wholeheartedly. If you watch more than one video, you'll know that all the different things that I've done in my life, I spent the beginning of my life being one of those Christians, spreading out curses around the world. I've done so much stuff. Like, if I was the best Christian, right, I would have been the best Christian there actually was. If it was on a level of all the stuff that you've done. I have done so much. I was the best Christian that anyone could ever imagine. Going to all these different places around the world and helping people, giving up my whole life for all these different things that I thought were God. Once I understood that that was a lie, I got in relationship with the living God. I became free from that. And I think that when you have your identity in a system of rules and regulations, you get really angered when other people don't live that way. And when we say how free we are, because we're in relationship with the Creator. He lets us be free. He lets us be ourselves because he designed us to be ourselves. He didn't design us to be a zombie that gets locked in. And it's like my cartoon that I made at the beginning of every video. You're a zombie, and then you get away from the indoctrination of church, and then you can become free in relationship with Jesus, in relationship with our Creator. And so they hate the freedom that people have to be themselves. And they hate it when people say things that they're not allowed to. Like, I swear because I understand that it doesn't matter. I understand because he's told me so many times, I don't care. It means nothing to me. He doesn't mind, because the Christians, they hold on to these little things and they say these little things are going to put you in hell. And they consider anybody who has freedom a demon because they're so tied up in these rules and regulations. They get so angered by somebody who's free with our Creator because they're not able to be, because they believe him to be something else. That is why I say Christianity, the Christian God, is Satan or one of the other dead gods. There's so many others, and they're all different names, but they're all pretty similar. Baal, Ishtar, Molech. And these other dead gods rule Christianity. They rule religion. They rule every religion in the world and every governmental system, because all of these systems require your belief in them to make them real. Believing in God or not doesn't make him real. He's already real. The only thing that connects him to you is you going along the way with him. It's not me saying, this is my way, you come and help me. That's what Christians do. That's where the incantations come in. That's where the spells and all the magic, the dark magic, comes into Christianity. Everything inside of it is pagan. Every single ritual inside of Christianity and tradition is pagan. It's dark magic. When you're on the way with God, there is nothing other than, okay, I want to be with you. Show me what's good. There's nothing other than that. There's nothing at all that is outside of that. And for them, that is true freedom. That is actually true courage as well, where you get to be courageous, because you're actually a coward for joining a system and then trying to kill people and destroy people and say they're burning in hell if they don't choose your system. That's cowardice. True courage is stepping outside of the indoctrination and stopping to regurgitate that indoctrination like we have been educated into inside of our systems. True courage is saying, I don't know shit, absolutely nothing. I just want to be on the way with my daddy. They are angry because they have to be fearful. And the people who are on the way with him are not fearful at all. I'm not afraid of the future. Like today, this video will come out in about a month, but today is the American election is happening right now, I think, or it's almost finished in the States. And everyone's freaking out about it right now. And it means fucking nothing. Who gets in? It doesn't mean anything because it's just a circus in front of our eyes. It's controlled by the dead gods. So they want you to care about that because it's obviously not of God. And all the Christians around the world think it's so important. Oh, if whoever gets it, it's going to be God's will. God has nothing to do with it. It's absolutely opposite of him. It talks about it. If you believe in the book, right? These Bible-believing people who actually worship the book don't even understand it. Did you actually forget in the very beginning where God doesn't want anybody to have a king? Do you think a government's different than that? And they don't even understand where it talks about the powers and principalities, where it says specifically in there that worldly governors are satanic. You should not go into any relationship with them. And we've been forced into it, but we don't have to, right? Everybody is so brainwashed, indoctrinated regurgitators. They're so brainwashed into this thing that they tell you is godly. That's what's happening in Christianity. The Christians tell you it is godly because they want to control you. They want you to fear as they fear. But when you're in relationship with our Creator, there is no fear, because I know He's with me. That is one of the only things I actually know. I know He's my daddy. I know He's our daddy, right? That is the only reason I am free, because I know as I walk forward in the future, He will open and close doors that need to be opened and closed. I don't need to fear about anything, absolutely nothing, because I'm on the way with Him. And that's what it means. I have to choose to be on the way with Him. Choosing to be in a system is not on the way with Him. Choosing to be a system is in one of these other dead gods. Jesus came to free us. Why would you chain yourself back up? Jesus came to say, religion's shit, don't go near it, be with my dad, be together with us, let's be together. And then all the Christians today are like, I'm going to put on my straitjacket again. I am not going away with you. I believe in my system. They love their chains, and they don't even know it because they don't want to see, they don't want to listen, and they don't want to understand. Their heart's been removed. They are incapable of real things. But anyway, like always, this is my understanding. I don't know shit. Thanks for being on the journey with me. I really appreciate you. Check out my website. Leave like, subscribe, all those different things. Leave me a nice comment if you enjoy it, because all these indoctrinated regurgitators love to spew out hate. And as you know, I don't specifically talk about individuals. I talk about systems, and people get offended by that. So it is quite telling, right? It's very telling. And then it's very telling what they're locked into, because I don't talk about specific people. I talk about people in the system, and the reason I am able to do that is because I used to be in it. But yeah, leave your comments, leave your thoughts, jump on if you want to have one of those authentic conversations. Check it all out, and I'll see you next time. Bye.